You're watching Around Roanoke, your source for what's happening in the Valley. I'm your host, Alisha Starkey. The Drop-In Center, a program of the Council of Community Services, is part of the National HIV/AIDS Testing and Treatment Community Mobilization effort, which is designed to encourage all people across the United States to get educated, get tested, get treated, and get involved. On June 27th, the Drop-In Center will host free rapid HIV testing throughout the city in observance of National HIV Testing Day. Here to share more around this important event is Drop-In Center's Director Pam Meador and Program Coordinator Irene Bethel. Thank you, ladies, for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Pam, we'll start with you. I was reading about the Drop-In Center and the work that you all do. Can you share with us about your involvement in the community?
Yes, the Drop-In Center was created about, 10 years ago. This is our 10th anniversary this year, due to funding from the CDC that it allowed us to expand our services into a satellite office. And today, 10 years later, the Drop-In Center provides most all HIV testing within the Valley for example, correctional facilities, drug treatment facilities, housing communities, neighborhoods, you name it. We also added hepatitis C testing to the mix last April, and we're very proud of that initiative, and it's a much needed service in the Roanoke Valley. And every day around National Testing Day, we always step up and or step up our game, I guess, and just try to get the word out there about the importance of HIV testing.
Okay, great. The statistics are staggering. I mean, when I went to your website and just saw how many people are impacted, and that number seems to be growing. Who exactly is at risk for contracting HIV?
Everyone. The high-risk groups are, anyone that's had unprotected sexual encounter of any kind, someone that has shared needles or works for injecting drugs, mother to child if the mother, should be HIV positive. But seriously, we encourage everyone to get tested. If you're in a long-term monogamous relationship, at least one test during that lifespan. Teenagers that are becoming sexually active, get that baseline test. Just everyone. It's not so much when you look at drug use, it's the injection drug or the blood-to-blood contact, but for non-injection drug users, the act of using the drugs itself doesn't put you at risk for HIV, but the behavior related to the drugs, like alcohol.
Right.
So, just everybody should at least take a HIV test.
Absolutely. So just note to self, everyone needs to get tested, which brings us to National Testing Day. When is it? What's it about? Where will it be held?
Well, National Testing Day is held on June 27th across the world, literally. For the Drop-In Center, we are going to do a week-long event. We will have testing clinics within the center every day from 10 to 4, I believe it is. And then we are going to be out in the community at different locations as well, and those will be determined at a later date.
Okay, so it's a free event, confidential. People who do not have transportation, you all are providing bus passes, so there's no reason for you not to come out and get tested.
And if you get tested that day, there's a $5 Sheets gift card just to thank you for coming in.
Great, so a little incentive too to come out. So Irene, let's talk about the face of HIV and what it looks like in the Roanoke Valley.
Oh, excellent question. It's a lot of misconceptions and stigma and myths affiliated with who can contract the HIV virus. It doesn't matter what race you are, you can't be exempt just because you're heterosexual or gay. Any race or any sexual identity can be at risk of acquiring the virus.
Which is good to know, because I think sometimes people associate it with one sector or one group, and that's not the case. It has crossed all boundaries.
Absolutely.
And so I understand that you all have a new billboard that's going up. We'll showcase it for the first time here on Round Roanoke. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. The billboards will be out on June the 6th. The billboards are targeted towards bringing awareness to the importance of testing. We have 2 of our board members who are on the Roanoke HIV Stigma Reduction Community Advisory Board. and their affiliation is breaking down the stigma that's affiliated with HIV. So they're on the billboard, and a little statistical data is on there as well. And it just helps bring awareness for people to realize, oh, okay, yes, I should get a test. Be proactive about your health and test.
Absolutely. Well, all good information. I will be out there getting tested. I will be encouraging people to get out there getting tested, and I do appreciate you all coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can find out more about National Day of Testing and other events happening in the Roanoke Valley on the community calendar coming up at the break. I'm Alisha Starkey, and you're watching Round Roanoke on Cox 9. Thanks for tuning in.